The next thing we will be doing is placing cat litter in hallways for those who identify as cats. And that's no joke because it is happening in surrounding school areas. Just because you don't see, Mr. Wurs, a quote you made in reference to the rainbow not being offensive to Christians, it is. The rainbow represents God's promise to not flood the earth, not to support LGBTQ. Our teachers...
We cannot continue to allow that authority to be abused by a radical minority who don't understand where to draw the line. We must draw it for them.
For you, this is secondary to appeasing the handful of people who voted for you that are complaining about something most of them don't really even know much about, or pushing your own beliefs on this district.
These parents went back and forth at this Pennsylvania school board meeting over a policy that's clearly trying to target the LGBTQ+ community. The proposal made by an entirely GOP-led school board would prohibit teachers from placing any flags, icons, and other symbols on their desk.
And you can't say teachers can't talk about advocacy topics, but it's okay for them to put symbols on their desks or a person that supports certain ideologies.
To allow symbols and pictures displayed on desks, to me, is extreme because it causes division, and there is enough of that happening by the political agenda infiltrating our schools. Stop the sexualizing of our children with rainbow LGBTQ agenda.
Some of these kids have literally nowhere else to turn because their home environment might be extremely unsupportive or even dangerous. In a place where a lot of people around you can act like you're an abomination, knowing that there are a few places that are clearly welcoming and affirming can literally be a lifesaver. If having these simple items on display can make a child feel more comfortable and safer, while having no effect on the rest of the student body, why would we take them away?
I know a lot of LGBTQ students, having two of them myself, see a lot of their friends. These kids do not want to be the center of attention most of the time. How can they be distracting in the classroom? And I'd love to know how often they are the disturbance in the classroom that we're talking about. I really find that very hard to believe. So we recognize that each member of the Penn Ridge community is worthy of being treated with dignity and respect. I didn't see a lot of that so far tonight, and that kind of worries me.
Workplace studies support that both productivity and mental well-being suffer when employees downplay aspects of their identity, race, religion, gender, disability, that are considered stigmatized. I urge you to get past the idea that exposure to someone else's views inherently compromises our own. We can each stand firm in our own beliefs without asking others to compromise theirs, and consider a classroom environment that doesn't sanitize what makes each student and staff member unique, but instead teaches our students that exposure to and collaboration with people who are different from you can improve the educational experience for every single student. Thank you.